I think one of the benefits, at least that we've experienced as we've partnered with NSI on our co-sourcing kind of arrangement, is the level of interaction. They don't just take it and say it's ours, hands off, you can't learn, you can't grow. The benefit it brings to us is if we have somebody who is skilled, interested, wants to grow in that area, they've been able to actually work with your engineers. You made reference earlier, like your IE levels and some of the super A kids you've had. Mm-hmm. It gives us access to people of that nature to, as we want to be engaged and grow and be involved, if we don't have the cycles or the interest for it, we can be as disengaged as we need to be also.
Yeah, I mean, I know as a business leader, I really appreciated that no matter how things change in our organization, in the IT department, people get promoted, sometimes people leave, things like that. I know that it doesn't affect my operations because I can reach out to NSI. Right, so if the person that was there, that was the expert on Cisco and the phone systems and things like that for customer service, if they are promoted or whatever happens, they're not in that role anymore, I don't get the stress level of what am I going to do now? Who's going to know how to fix things? It's like, so as things fluctuate within my organization, I know I can reach out to NSI. It'll get done and done in a timely manner. And from my perspective, that's something that I have very much valued.
I think some of the reason that it's worked well with Network Solutions, look at some of the focus of your company. You guys publicly promote a faith base that you're trying to achieve. Not a lot of companies do that. Some maybe are more focused either on the dollar or something else. You also use the term partnering. And I indicated, that we've had the benefit of being able to work side by side with some of your engineers. Mm-hmm. So if we want to know more, we want to be engaged, we'd like to try the next one ourselves, that opportunity exists for us.
Money is a factor, right, and everything. It's part of that. But I know a lot of what we did in looking at different vendors and things like that is, from a technology perspective, it wasn't just, well, what can they deliver today? How can they meet our future needs as well? That was definitely part of the discussion, and that relationship and the service level. All of those were key factors in deciding who we went with. The IT staff, again, worked very, very closely the entire time. They were engaged. They were part of the process, which I think is huge, is the partnership of it. So they didn't feel like, are they going to lose their job? Are they, what's happening with me? They were very involved with the entire process. And then when it became, this is going to free up some of your time so you can focus on these projects that you never get a chance to get to. You can get those victories because as a customer service manager, I'm always knocking on IT's door. I have an idea. It requires design and coding and things like that. So it's like, allowed them to focus on some of that or be as involved as they wanted to. So I think initially it's a little bit scary, right? But then once, the partnership happened and those interactions happened, it really made everybody feel at ease. Before, we didn't have a way to really monitor call volume and what was happening, and were we staffed at the appropriate level and the appropriate times a day. And once we had the system in place and we could see that, and it's monitoring and it's up all the time, we were able to shift some staffing around that has actually grown sales for the department, because customers were no longer going on hold, right? We were there, we were answering the calls. We now answer 97% of our calls within 5 seconds, which is one ring. Wow. Because we have the capability to monitor this, and customers are calling us more, and we've gotten a lot of good feedback about, man, this is going fantastic. We call, somebody answers right away, they get the problem solved. On the flip side of that, we also have incorporated the call recording piece in with our unified communication system, which is something we did not have before. And that has saved us a lot. It hasn't quite been put into data and quantified yet, but now we're able to go back and listen to calls. And from a legality perspective, when it comes to technical calls, where customers are saying, no, your technical service told me to use this product and now it's caused a failure. And it's $500,000 worth of damage. We're able to go back and say, we actually didn't say that. This is what we said.
I've worked with Network Solutions for 20-some years now. Okay. You mentioned you guys have been
Thank
in business
you so very much.
28 years.
Yeah.
And knew Larry, worked with Larry, respect Larry, your founder.
Yeah.
I would challenge people, there's something going on that's worth looking at. And it's worth taking an investigation to find out what are they doing that's so right.
And I appreciate that there's always someone here. I can call in directly and get somebody, I can get the problem resolved very, very quickly. And that means a lot to me because I am running a call center. I have to have my calls, I have to have the IMs, I have to have everything filtering through email. Even just a 5 or 10 minute delay in that is going to cost me money and a lot of problems right from our organization. So it's been a wonderful partnership for me.